Okay, so today we will be talking about project communication. Uh, Project communication management. The objective from learning project communication management is to understand how is communication important to the project, to success of the project, and also to identify uh, stakeholders and how to create stakeholder registers. It's very important to understand who you're going to be working on for that particular project and what are their level and how you communicate with them, talk to them, because it is very vital to any project. And also, you need to be able to explain the element of the communication, project communication, and the planning, and how to communicate the plan to the stakeholders, and describe methods to distribute project information, how to share project information among all the stakeholders, and what is the advantage or disadvantage of different methods to distribute the information, and also important to understand the individual communication need. Some communication depend on some person, some places sometimes, so it depends on all different variable things. And we also gonna examine how to find out how many communication skill based on people participation in the project. And it's important also to recognize how to manage stakeholder expectation, understand performance reporting to help stakeholder staying on the top of the project information. And we want to be able to list methods of improving project management, like managing conflict between project team, and how to run effective meeting. It's also one form of the communication, how to use an email and communicate other technology effectively, and how to use communication templates, and describe how software can enhance the project management. Why communication is important? Because if there is no communication, your project is in high risk to be to fail. And in the industry, they usually think, or they have this assumption that is IT professionals are not good communicator. And this is somehow is true, because if you come to a IT person, they really just want to do the technical part. They are not worried about people's skill and about how to communicate information about the project. And they should be able to improve their communication and make it more effective, to be able to improve their career, and um improve their chances to go higher in the hierarchy. And using verbal skills, it probably is one of the most skills that is you see in any job posting. Communication and verbal skill, strong verbal skill. It is a demand uh, among any other job posting you see in the market. So it is very important to improve communication for these reasons. And to be able to understand communication in the project, we have to understand the process, how communication is being done. And in the beginning, you will have to identify the people who you're going to be communicating with. In other words, the stakeholders, which is identifying everyone involved or affected by the project, and to determine the best way to manage relationship with them. You need to address CEO. As a CEO, you need to address technical person as a technical person. You need to address a customer as a customer. So every person is different based on where they are, who they are. And you need to plan how is the communication is gonna be done. In another word, how is the information needed to be communicated among all these stakeholders you just identify, and how to distribute the information, make the information available to project stakeholder on a timely manner. Time is very important. Time is very important. And you need to manage the expectation of the stakeholder to satisfy the need and expectation of the project holder to resolve issues related to the project. And reporting performance, which is collecting and circulating performance of the project, or any information related to the performance of the project, such as status report, progress measurement, and forecasting, and so forth. So the process, in short, this diagram or slide shows you in summary project communication management process. First, you initiating, then planning and executing, and monitoring control. In the initiating, you identify the stakeholder. In the planning, plan the communication. Executing, distribute the information, and monitoring, report performance, stats report, and so forth. How you identify stakeholders? If you can recall, the ultimate goal of project management is to meet the expectation of the stakeholder. Stakeholder who is the one who asking for the project. You need to satisfy them. You need to meet their expectation. So you must first identify who your particular project stakeholder are. You need to identify them, list them by name. and by position. This is the very first step. So identifying stakeholder, there is two key output of this process. You need to do stakeholder register. What is stakeholder register? Is a public document that include detail related to identify project stakeholder. And this is an example. That's an example of actual document you need to create as a project management to list all the stakeholder. It has the name, it has the position, it has internal to your organization or external to your organization. So you are delivering a process automation for your customer. You're dealing with external IT persons, or you're dealing with external customer, or you're dealing with internal technical guy from within your organization, internal, external. This is what it means. And the roles of the stakeholder is a project sponsor or senior manager, approver, fund, um, team member, so forth, and the contact information, email, phone, and other things that you guys agree on collecting as contact information. So this is the stakeholder. And the second thing is for identifying stakeholder as a stakeholder management strategy, which is a different approach to help you increase support of the stakeholder by identifying sensitive information about a certain person in the stakeholder. Uh, these are basically, you have to be very sharp as a project manager and to uh, be able to assess how you do the strategy for the stakeholder. That's an example of stakeholder management strategy, which has, also another document, has a name, level of interest in the project. Yani this person is really care about the project. He is following the project. He is um, watching for the project, or he is just in the project. His involvement is very low. Level of influence, is he is decision making, and I can go to him, or he does not have any decision making. And potential management strategy, هذه it's very important. هاي بتخلي basically it's understand the psychology of that person. If you work with him, you can assess this and you can have it in your mind, back of the brain. Like for example, Joe Fleming, he has a level of interest high, level of influence high. معناته هذا لازم أركز عليه، لأنه هذا ممكن إنه يا إما يصير شو ستوبر إذا الكوميونيكيشن تبعتي معه مش كويس، أو إنه يسهل لي الأمور، لأنه عندك high level of interest, he care about the project a lot and عنده الانفلونس عالي. he's decision maker، بيقدر يوقفني، بيقدر يأثر على البروجكت تبعي if he is not satisfied. So احنا اتفقنا انه the ultimate goal is to satisfy your stakeholder. احنا تعرفنا على stakeholder، لقينا Joe Fleming, he has high level of interest. So you see the information how it help us. So potential management strategy for Joe Fleming, Joe like to stay on the top of key project and make money. هذه key point، لأنه بدي أعرف كيف بدي أحكي معه. He wants to be on the top of the project. معناته he need frequent communications. Have a lot of short face-to-face. You have to identify he does not have much time. He He's not willing to spend a lot of time in meeting. He doesn't like to be sending email. He like face-to-face meeting, but he like it short, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Focus on achievement and financial benefit. ما بده يسمع detail problem والتكنيكال so on so on so بده يعرف شو الachievement that it's related to the financial thing related to the project. عرفنا what kind of communication that we need to relay to Joe Fleming and so forth. Clear? And we're still planning for communication. Every project should include some type of communication management plan, which is document, guided project communication, and creating stakeholder analysis for project communication, which aid the communication planning. Some sample of stakeholder analysis for a project. The stakeholder, customer management, monthly status report, document, hard copy of a meeting, and contact person, and so forth. And the blank content, as you can guess, stakeholder communication requirement information, basically need to include the format of the information, the content, and the level of the detail, as we understand from the stakeholder management strategy to identify the stakeholder. So based on that, I have to define the type of the communication format. Joe Fleming like face-to-face meeting, not report, not messages, not email. You like face-to-face. And the content, he like financial. He does not like technical. So, and level detail, also he does not like too much detail. He like the niches about the financial achievement. Who's the people will receive the information, and who will produce the information. Also, the plan contains method and technology for conveying this information. Method and technology conveying the information. And also includes frequencies of the communication. Should we send an update every 1 week, every 2 days, every 3 weeks, and so forth? And it also should have escalation procedures. For example, there is an issue, we need to solve it. First manager cannot solve it. Who should we go to if the first manager couldn't solve it? And so it's an escalation procedure. Who should we escalate an issue to be resolved, for example? Revision procedure, which is if the communication method or plan or did not do the job is we are looking for, that means we have to revise the procedure. And also, finally, you need to include glossary and common terminology. So we don't use acronym that is not understood by certain people. So we have to define each word that is used specifically in that project. Distributing the information. Getting the appropriate information to the right people at the right time with the right format. It is important, very important, uh, to the process of communication. You should consider the following: using the technology to enhance information distribution. Nowadays, email, messaging, other method that is agreed upon, and the information should be formal or informal method of distribution. Formal, it's agreed uh, based on like meeting minutes, or informal, I just go, hey, Joan, I have an issue, this and this and that. So we have to agree on the formality of the type of uh, how to distribute the information. And a case study just tell you how important to the communication is in showing what we lose from not using appropriate method of communication. And distributing information in an effective and timely manner is a key. Effective and timely matter of it's the key. Just give me stop recording here.